Hey guys, Claudius here. We have been getting a lot of trust Moogles from Gumi, and I'm sure by now we have accumulated a lot of them, probably 100%, 200% if you've been playing for quite a while. Even on the weekend, if we just complete the daily quest, we can get 2%, and then there's 1% from the daily expeditions if you are able to find them. There's also one from expeditions, from arena, and even 10% from King Mock event. Even right now there's a specific 5% Moogles. So now I'm gonna talk how to prioritize your Trust Master rewards so that you can best utilize the Trust Moogle. As a general rule, you should only use your Trust Moogle on a 5-star units because they are rare, and in the upcoming 7-star form, you will need 2 copies of the same unit to turn a unit into a 7-star, and you will need 5 units, 5 of the same units to get the Super TMR. So you definitely don't want to fit them onto each other. And there's also a gold crystal, unit 4-star base units. If you cannot find a lot of them and if you do not have time to farm, I guess you can use it on them, only on the important ones. But please do not use your Trust Moogle on a 3-star units. There are a lot of them and you can easily get them, and if you have played long enough, you can probably fit them into each other and get one of the TMR, 100% TMR. And we are getting a new meta in which Gumi is giving a free TMR. Like the recent King Mock event, Gumi gives dual cast materia at a very cheap rate, 12,000 King Mock coin, very cheap. So after that, you should think and consider what are the units you are using on your party. So you're probably gonna use Orlando, Agrias, DV if you have them, because they're just the best chainers around. Onion Knight, Transtera, also the best chainers. Transtera is the best mage around right now. Just need to consider which units you're using before you consider which TMR to farm or to fit your Moogles on. And the TMR definitely should be useful across the units you're using. So this is the typical party composition in Brave XVS. When you're doing King Mock event, you would want to bring as many bonus units as possible. So you're probably gonna bring 2 chainers to 1 turn kill the boss. Or if you are even stronger, you can just bring 1 damage dealer. This OK image here will represent either physical or magic damage dealer. And for raid event, you would want to 1 turn kill. This is where you need a strong buffer and a debuffer, which is represented by Soleil, and as many damage dealer as possible. For story or exploration, you're going to have fight more battles than just raid or King Mock event, and MP is gonna be an issue. That's why you need an MP support from your party. So you have Ace image there, and at the same time when you're fighting the boss, you probably will not be able to 1 turn kill the boss because you're reducing the amount of damage dealer with you, so you're gonna need a healer. Moving on, there is also a Vortex trial where things get even harder. You need to remove another damage dealer with a tank. Whether it be an AoE magic cover tank, AoE physical cover tank, or provoke tank, or dodge tank, you will need a tank of some kind. And then the latest trial is a 10-man trial where things is even harder if you are on your own there, because you cannot use item, You have to raise on your own, you have to dispel on your own unit, you have to regen MP using your own unit's abilities. And then like no friend, definitely no OP friend to help you pass through trials. And the existing Chamber of Arms trials right now, one of the achievement requires you to complete the battle within a certain amount of turns, like 20 turns for Sheraton, 30 turns for Elnath. So your damage dealer definitely must be really strong. You need to be able to do that on your own. And as you can see here, you will be needing a lot of damage dealers on whichever party composition you have, followed by support, and then like followed by tank. Therefore, I categorize the TMR into 3 categories. So offensive, support, and defensive. Talking about offensive TMR, so this is the current gameplay evolution from Brave XPS. When the first game came out, the meta was just a high damage modifier skill ability. Chizuru and COD have Barrage, 3.2 times modifier attack, really strong. Rydia has Meteor, Alma has Ultima, also a really high modifier attack, magic spell. And then like Gumi introduced units with innate dual wield, such as Lightning and Luneth, and the game becomes much easier. A 3.2 times modifier barrage can become 6.4 times modifier, just twice the damage, literally. There's also Arc that can dual cast black magic and X death. You know, like meteor damage can hit twice now. And afterwards, Gumi introduced chaining units. This is a perfect chain unit that can perfect chain easily. Amelia or Landu for physical chain, and Ash for magic chain, and recently we got Christine that can deal elemental chain. Basically with chaining, if you can chain 30 damage, you can hit the cap of all damage afterwards. With elemental chaining, you can hit the cap after the 10th chain. So therefore, in this meta, a lot of people are focusing on elemental chaining to deal the most damage possible, to ramp up the damage. And Gumi also has, you know, like has a lot of ability enhancement afterwards, where your damage dealer can hit the cap very easily, 300% attack cap or 300% magic cap. So this is when Gumi introduced True Double Hand, in which like when a unit is single wielding a weapon, a single-handed weapon, the magic or attack stats, there's gonna be a percentage boost in magic or attack stats based on the equipment attack, equipment raw attack or magic stats. And this boost in attack or magic is separate from the boost that you can get from a normal attack plus 30% materia or adventurer materia. It's totally separate, 300% cap. And actually, out of all of this, dual wield is actually the best one, even right now, and the basic one, the easier one you can get. So yeah, for dual wield, you simply get one materia, you can deal twice the damage. For True Double Hand, it's a separate cap. You'll need to have an accompanying and supporting materia to deal the highest damage potential. So let's move on. The first TMR you should focus is definitely dual wield. Genji Glove enables you to dual wield weapons, and it gives an additional attack by 10% and magic by 10%. Really awesome here. If you get a Gilgamesh, definitely fit your Moogle on him, if you still do not have a dual wield yet. And Lauren here, Her TMR can also allow a unit to dual wield weapons. In addition, there's gonna be an attack plus 30% total when you're equipping the unit with the weapon listed here: katana, sword, dagger, and greatsword. So, well, definitely if this TMR is most efficiently used by a physical damage dealer. In the future, we are gonna have a dual wield TMR, in which it is going to be best used by mages, but that's still in the future. And here I have a very notable 3-star unit, which is Zidane. If you still don't have dual wield and you only have one Zidane, I guess like you can just, you know, use it sparingly on Zidane to get a dual wield, because it will really help your gameplay by a lot. I mean a lot, literally. But just a warning, I believe like in the future King Mog event we'll also get a dual wield materia through the event. But to be honest with you, there isn't anything wrong by getting more dual wield materia. Your damage dealer can use it, your support can use it, your tank can use it too. Really awesome TMR. Even if he's 3-star, it is still worth it. Now, we're gonna talk about damage boosting TMR. You know, like before we decide on which damage boosting TMR we should level up, we should max up, we should consider what are the weapons we currently have. And these are the current weapons, the best weapons that we currently have, and they are TMR class already. We have greatsword, katana, sword, and fist. The greatsword comes with large sword mastery, which will give an additional 50% in attack. And the fist also comes with a free martial arts mastery, which will give plus 50% in attack when equipped with knuckle weapon. You can see here, for greatsword, katana, and sword, a lot of units can use them. So you definitely must pick a TMR that can boost these 3 weapons' potential, and mainly greatsword, because there's already an existing large sword mastery. Orlandu, I'm sure you use a lot of Orlandu friend round, a lot of Oki friend round, a lot of A2 friend round, and in the future you're gonna use a lot of Tidus. And Eileen, she's just really strong. So for fist weapon, even fewer units can use them, but the fist attack, the damage itself is a lot higher, as you can see here. Attack plus 145, a lot higher than the other 3 existing weapons, and it comes with martial arts mastery as well. Once you get the mastery for the greatsword, katana, and sword, you can focus on getting the one for fist. Ability wise, the current meta is Adventurer 5 that can boost attack, magic, defense, and spirit by 40%. The second best is attack by 30% that you can get from Gilgamesh. Also recently Gumi introduced a Killer Plus materia, which can deal a 75% damage to human for Man-Eater Plus and Dragon for Dragon Killer Plus. The normal Killer materia deals 50% more damage. For accessory, the best one I have is actually an attack and magic by 15% through the use of ruler string. Okay, now that we know what weapons we should be focusing on, let's focus on TMR. First, there is a Dark Veritas that can boost your attack by 60% when equipped with a great sword and heavy armor. Definitely use your Moogle on him. Next one we have Chizuru. Chizuru is a 4-star base unit, but if you don't have a lot of Chizuru, don't have time to farm, it is worth it to feed your Moogles on her as well. Just so you know, the current mastery has a 50% rate, and some other mastery has a 60% boost in damage, such as Dark Veritas. So 50 to 60% damage boost is really good. Dark Knight Soul will boost your attack by 60% when we equip with a sword and heavy armor. Really nice. Also from a 4-star base unit, but still nice. And over here we have Champion's Belt from Snow, another 4-star unit. You know, like, this doesn't give a 50% attack, but it gives at around the same level. So the fist itself has a really high damage boost, and Champion's Belt will give an additional attack plus 30, defense plus 30, and also gives an effect of Champion's Belt, which will boost the attack and defense of your unit by 20% when equipped with a fist weapon. And you can use 2 of them to deal even more damage, to boost even more attack stats. And finally we have Ring of the Lucy Eye here. It can boost your attack and magic by 30%. It may look small, the 30% number, but it is the highest for accessory. In addition, it also gives you effect like dodge by 25% and can allow you to heal your MP too when you're getting hit by the enemy. A really strong TMR. One of the best TMR in my opinion. Now let's talk more about a magic boosting TMR. Currently we have a Rod, a magic plus 120 Rod and magic plus 118 Whip, which is the tentacles, Marlboro's tentacles. So you know, the Rod comes with a Rod Mastery for free, and if you're a mage, you should be able to use a Rod. I don't know other mage, what mage that aren't able to use Rod, but based on this here, you should pick a TMR, choose a TMR that can boost your Rod damage. Marlboro Whip here, the Whip, Marlboro Tentacle has high magic stats, but only few units can use them. Barbricia, Grimlow Sakura are the 2 meta right now. And also at the top there's a sword. Transterra can use sword and Ash can use sword and get the effect of boosted magic stats when using a sword for Ash, I mean. So I just put it there. And as for the ability, the same as the attack boosting stats equipments. The maximum you can get for ability is 40% from Adventure 5 on attack, magic, defense and spirit, and 30% on magic on the second best ability around. For the killer, you can get a 75% more damage to a certain race. Man-Eater plus and Dragon Killer plus. Accessory wise, you can get an earrings that gives you magic plus 20%. So definitely Dark Fina here is a unit that, you know, a TMR that you would want if you have a mage oriented team. Increase magic by a total of 60% when equipped with a rod and a rope. Again, mages should use rope, so this shouldn't be a problem for you. And next we have an ability from Light Veritas that gives a magic plus 40%. It may not seem high, but the added effect can boost your survivability by quite a lot. Increase HP by 20% and decrease chance of being targeted by 50%. You know, a mage tends to be squishy and have lower HP, so you would want to increase their HP and at the same time don't want them to get targeted by a single target attack. Moving on, we have Magistral Crest that can boost the magic by 30% and spirit by 30%. This is a great accessory that can boost your survivability as well. And also we have Ring of the Lucy Eye with attack by 30% and magic by 30%. But yeah, same like earlier, it gives you more survivability. And this is the damage boosting TMR, the notable TMR for magic. Lateral Arms. Transterra is the best mage in global as of today, right now. And Lateral and Arms can increase the magic by 50% when equipped with a sword. And you know, Ingus is a 3-star base, you can get a lot of them, you can farm them. Definitely get this TMR if you have an ace. If you have a Transterra, I mean. And if you're gonna use Lateral and Arms, you should definitely get Frivious Needle. We got a free TMR for this one, but it has a really huge magic stats, the best magic sword we have so far. Get them, guys. Now we're gonna talk about chaining, and earlier I mentioned that it is best to utilize chain with an elemental chain. So yeah, before you pick a TMR that can support you with your elemental chain, you definitely must pick a sword with weapon and weapon mastery, because like we want to focus on damage, so the weapon that has weapon mastery is the recommended here. So we have Great Sword that has 2 weapon mastery, 60% from Dark Veritas and the normal 50% from Large Sword mastery. Katana also has weapon mastery, Sword also has it. Fist has weapon mastery, the martial arts mastery, and Champion's Belt, which is a mastery class level. Spear also has 2 mastery. Duke gives 60% increase in attack when equipped with a spear and heavy armor, and Veritas of the Heavens can boost attack by 50% when equipped with spear. So if you're getting a spear, you definitely must get a TMR for Duke and Veritas of the Heavens as well. And in the coming event, we are getting a Hammer Mastery, but it's just like 30%, but it is still good enough, I think. And other than the weapon and its mastery, we should consider the best element Imperial we can get in global right now. 75% Imperial Fire, Lightning, and Light from Ace. Eileen can Imperial Earth by 75%. Dark Veritas and Dark Knight Cecil can do a Dark Imperial by 100%. Really high there. It virtually doubled the damage when you're equipped with a dark weapon, but too bad most of the bosses are immune to dark, so you're probably gonna put that lower on your priority. Tidus can Imperil Water by 100% through his max LB. Fallen can Imperil Wind by 75% when enhanced. I know like Veritas of the Heavens can also Imperil Wind by 104%, but you are most probably not going to use Veritas of the Heavens in battle, especially for chaining. So which weapon fits those two criteria? So yeah, actually the first one is Pot 153, which enables your unit to chain. Virtually any unit can chain with Pot 153. You need 2 of them, so if the next near banner came out and you still don't have Pot 153, please try to get 2 of them. The attack has high hit rate, high number of hits, as well as high damage modifier of 3 times multiplier. Moving on, we have a Great Sword, a common sword with fire element, common element 2, in which the enemy is weak against. Eileen here has a really strong spear. If you have Eileen, definitely fit your TMR on to get Artisan, an earth elemental spear. And you need to fit your TMR on Dukes or Veritas of the Heavens as well, just to increase the damage even further. Ventus is a wind spear, can be equipped by Fallen, really useful, so it is worth it. And Tidus, if you have Tidus, definitely get his Brotherhood weapon, which is a really strong water elemental sword. And don't forget to get the accompanying Dark Knight Soul for it. And to the right here, finally we have Dark Knight Sizzle. A really strong dark elemental great sword you can use on your Dark Veritas for sure there. But again, most of the bosses are strong against dark, so this put this weapon on the lower priority. And now here we have a notable 3-star that with a TMRs that support chaining. First we have Excalibur. I don't recommend you getting, feeding your Trust Moogle on Excalibur, but light is definitely the most common element. You can, I'm pretty sure most of your friends has light elemental weapons equipped on them, like Orlandeau, Onion Knight, A2, 2B. They're just really common, so you must have one of them. But we are gonna get Steiner, a 4-star base unit with an improved Excalibur. Excalibur 2 with more damage. So if you were to fit your Trust Moogle, just fit it on Steiner, that should be coming pretty soon. And there's also a Thunder Elemental Greatsword, Tonitrus, 3-star base. Just farm them if you can, because like right now, yeah, just farm them, don't waste it on 3-star units. Same with Homaru. It's a katana, a really common weapon, and it's fire. We don't really have a lot of strong elemental katana, and this is one of them. So it is definitely a TMR that you should consider here. Katana, sword, great sword. Okay. Now we're gonna move to the true double hand setup. So finally, these are the items that currently support true double hand setup. We have a Ifrit's Claw with an attack plus 30, HP plus 10%, fire resist by 20%, and null blind. For true double hand setup, you need an item that can give you raw attack or magic stats. And for attack we got Ifrit's Claw, and for magic we got Shadow Dragon Scale that gives magic plus 30 here. These are apparently the best we can get. Like for true double hand setup, you need to have all of these equipments here to make your unit, to give your unit the best potential as a true double hander. Cloud's TMR, Buster Style, that can increase your equipment attack by 100% when single wielding. You also need Elfrida's TMR, and 2 of them. Martial Glove gives you attack plus 40, and a Shin Double Hand, which is also will increase your equipment attack. And Prish Hairpin here gives you the best attack stats for a head. You should use them. You should fit your Moogles on her too. This head is gonna be useful even when you're just not utilizing a true double hand setup. Finally, if there is a unit that can equip a throwing weapon, you should definitely get Fixed Dice for a true double hand setup. One example would be A2 and 2B. Again guys, Cloud is a 5-star and Elfrida is a 5-star. You need to get 3 of them. That is a really tall order, even for some will. Yeah, but if you get 3 of them, you can focus on this true double hand setup. Now for the magic version of true double hand, we have the TMR from White Knight Noel that can boost your defense plus 50 and magic plus 50. Really high magic increase there. Snow Bear here can give you magic plus 50 and spirit plus 30. Also really strong. For the head, there's a Minstrel's Prayer from Roy. This is the best head you can get for a mage. Magic plus 42, Spirit plus 46, and MP plus 20%. Literally the best head ever. For the rope, we have a rainbow rope that can gives you magic plus 45. I know there are other ropes that can gives more magic stats, raw magic stats, but I still think Rainbow Robe is the best, the better one, due to the survivability it can give you. Defense plus 45, Spirit plus 45, and it boosts resistance all elements by 30% except for Dark element. And we also just got Khaliva. We get a free raid TMR bit literally for Khaliva. Unmatched Wizardry, it can boost your equipment magic by 50%. And over here we have the notable mention, which is Grimlord Sakura. And I know at the beginning I said that we should be just like feeding TMR, feeding Trust Moogle on TMR that can be used across units. And GL Sakura's TMR is definitely a selfish type, but when she is equipped with this TMR, she can become a beast. You know, mage tend to be squishy, but with this TMR, she can easily hit 6000 HP, and like her spirit can also easily hit 500 spirit. Gives a total survivability and increase her attack tremendously as well. So yeah, and this is summary for offensive TMR. You definitely need to get dual wield TMR first before getting any other TMR. After that, you should get the damage boosting TMR, either attack or magic, depending on your party composition. Is it a mage party or a physical attack party? You know, if you use physical attack, you should consider the weapons they are using. Great Sword, Sword, Katana, just focus on those three first. And if you have a fist using damage dealer, just get champion spell, 2 of them. And once you're covered on the damage boosting aspect, it's time to focus on improving your elemental chaining ability. So you need TMR that support elemental chains. Pot 153 is the first you need to get, if you still can get them in the future. And then get weapon with a very common element, fire, lightning, light. Also get weapon that can be imperiled by your units, high imperil. Wind, water, dark. Yeah. And once you're able to get all of them, it's time to focus on the true double hand setup, which is very expensive to do. For the most efficient setup of true double hand, you need at least 3 of the TMR, 3 rainbow units, 1 cloud and 2 Elfrida's TMR for 1 unit. That is going to be a huge tall order. Yeah. Once you're, you know, like, you are sure you are strong enough to one turn kill the boss, you know, like, you don't need to farm any more offensive TMR. Only afterwards you can focus on the support and defensive TMR. But that is gonna be on my next video. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope this can give you an idea on which TMRs should you prioritize first with your Trust Moogles. Bye bye, guys.